We're going to go over the movements, the non-barbell movement standards for the Cold Steel Classic. I've got Jordan with me today. So we're going to start with wall balls. The first standard is the 10-foot line. If you look up at the green line, we're looking for the ball to go above the green line for the 10-foot standard. And for the 9-foot standard, we're looking for the ball to go into the green line. So Jordan's going to show us a couple of good reps where his hip gets below parallel and the ball gets above the green line. That's a no rep. There you go. Now we're going to do something to the 9-foot line. Good there. A little short, that's a no rep. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the standard for the team wall balls. With the 100 wall balls for the team, every time the ball touches the ground, the athlete is going to have to switch. If the athlete decides to hold the ball and wait, they'll be able to do that. So as Jordan will demo a couple of reps, if he decides at this point to hold the ball, he can hold it as long as he wants. Time's clicking off. If he decides to drop the ball, then the partners are going to have to switch out and do their line hop burpees. All right, so next we're going to talk about the ring row standard. We're going to have a piece of chalk out for the judges. We're going to draw a line on the floor for the athlete's heels to go. Toes pointed to the ceiling. The hips are going to be in line with the rig. His butt's going to come off the ground before he makes a pull, and he's going to attempt to make contact with his shoulder, and then back down, back up. If he wants to kip, he can kip as long as his heels stay down on the ground. That'll be allowed. Okay? Then we're going to talk about toes to bar. We're looking for the feet to pass behind the rig on the reset, and both feet to make contact with the bar at the same time. If the feet do not pass behind, then that'll be a no rep. Okay? With the ab mat sit-up standards, we're looking for Jordan to touch the ground behind his head with his fingers and for his shoulders to come up above and in front of his hips. So if he does a couple of good reps, that's good. If his shoulders don't pass through his hips, then those would be no reps. Okay? Next we'll talk about the dumbbell snatch. It's going to be alternating arm. We're going to have to get full lockout at the top. You can switch hands on the way down, or you can set it down. Both parts of the dumbbell have to make contact with the ground, not just one side of the dumbbell. If you drop the dumbbell from your waist, that'll be a no rep, or from above your head would be a no rep. It has to be beneath your knee to show control, just like that, okay? For the goblet squats, we're going to allow the athletes to hold the kettlebell one of two ways. They can hold it upside down, two hands on the ball with center of the chest, or they can hold it from the handle, center of the chest, squat below parallel, stand all the way up, full extension of the hips. Okay? For the kettlebells, we're looking for the bottom of the kettlebell to be pointed towards the ceiling, or at least on its way to the ceiling. We won't be able to allow it to be pointing down. And we're looking for full extension over the midline. So no sticking your head through to try and make the rep good reps. There you go. Good. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the Burpee Box Overs and the line hop burpees. For the Burpee Box Overs, you're going to have to be facing with your hands and your head to the box. Go down, touch your chest to the ground. For RX athletes, you're going to have to jump with 2 feet. You do not have to extend your hips. Go ahead and do one more. For scaled athletes, you'll be able to do a burpee and step over. You also do not have to extend your hips. And last but not least, we're going to go over the line hop burpees. Your hands have to be behind the line. It's about a 2-foot piece of tape. When they come up, chest on the ground, and then the ball of the foot has to go over the tape and back. It doesn't matter if your heel touches the line, as long as your hands are behind it and you land on it, that's okay, it's no big deal, that'll be a good rep. All right, next up, we'll have a video for you with the barbell movements. Thanks, guys.